Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar on the Community Climate Action Fund for Sligo, and this is going to be focusing on sports clubs and the kind of things sports clubs might want to be applying for under the Community Climate Action Fund. My name is Padder Geelan. I am the SEAI Sustainable Energy Community Mentor for Sligo, and I'm just going to do a brief intro just speaking about the Sustainable Energy Community Programme. So, a sustainable energy community is a community that works together to develop a sustainable energy system for the benefit of the community. They aim to be as energy efficient as possible, use renewable energy where feasible, and consider smart energy solutions. An SEC can be as small as a street or as large as a county or a region. Some of the benefits of joining the Sustainable Energy Community Programme. Changing our energy use creates one of the biggest impacts for sustainability and the environment. You can achieve financial savings and reduce energy bills in the community by doing local energy projects. And community energy projects mean warmer, healthier homes and community buildings, and it improves the quality of life, especially for the most vulnerable in the community. And you can see there are over 925 communities that have joined the programme so far. So I'm going to hand you over to John Tracy, who is the Climate Action Officer in Sligo County Council, and he's going to tell you about the Community Climate Action Fund. And I will just bring up these slides. And John, if you want to go ahead.
Yep, okay, thanks, Padder. Good morning, everybody. John Tracy is my name. I'm the Community Climate Action Officer with Sligo County Council. And we're just here today to go through some of the funding options that can be applied for through the Community Climate Action Fund for sports clubs going forward. Okay, Padder. Okay, just some of the projects here that we would have already received funding. We have water refill stations. There's been the likes of Tubbacurry, Ballymote, St. Farnan's. Up in the top right there, you have the sheltered bike racks. In the middle, you have some biodiversity planting, LED lighting, and solar. Okay, so this morning we're going to talk. There's just an agenda here on the Community Climate Action Fund. We've got the program objectives, the Strand 1 overview, eligibility, the previous Strand 1 funding information, non-eligible projects and activities, project themes, and application process and evaluation. So the programme objectives, it's to support small and large rural and urban communities to take climate action at a local level, to shape and build low-carbon, sustainable communities in a coherent way to contribute to national climate and energy targets. So the Strand 1 overview, it's open to community groups, it's 100% funded. It's a competitive fund, and we expect a lot of applications now this time around because there has been a lot more, probably more to do with the communities that we've been reaching out to, and a lot of work has gone on pre the fund being launched. It's direct climate action projects towards capital expenditure items. Education capacity building projects are currently not eligible under Strand 1. There's the option to pre-fund projects on a case-by-case basis and needs basis. And projects must be delivered within 18 months from the letter of offer. So we're looking at the letter of offer will be around the end of March 26, and that will allow then the communities to finish their projects by the end of 27. Eligibility. Community organisations meeting the requirements listed below are eligible to apply to partner with local authorities to implement the project under this fund. They must be a non-for-profit organisation. They must be located within the operational area of the local authority. They must submit a completed application by the specified closing date and time. They must be registered with a PPN or connected with other collectives. So examples are the Wheel, Tiny Towns, and or a community group. They must have articles of association or a constitution, hold an AGM, approved minutes must be available. The project applied must be in line with the aim, purpose of the funding as set out in the relevant DCEE documentation to be issued once launched. Only one application per organisation may be submitted for consideration. Projects proposed are encouraged to cut across several of the themes and be bundled together as part of a single application. Again, just some examples of the works that were carried out on the last phase one. You would have had some biodiversity planting brought in with the water refill station. You would have the bicycle racks and a bit of LED lighting. So again, you're bringing in carbon savings and a bit of planting as well, biodiversity planting. Communities not eligible, private individuals, commercial undertakings, schools, and national community and environmental organisations. Okay, so the previous strand one, which was 24-25, strand one, it was building and low carbon communities. There was 24 million given out across the island of Ireland. 405,000 was allocated to Sligo County Council for community projects. We are hoping that we will get the same amount of money again for 26-27. Okay, some non-eligible projects and activities. Now, you can read through these, they're non-exhaustive. So you've got any projects that will solely benefit individual, teaching, staffing, travel, transport costs, except in exceptional circumstances, down through penalties, interest, bank interest charge, loan repayments, legal fees, redundancy costs. They're all there for you to look through. Now, the way that the department kind of they spread out the costs over various projects, so you can go from a small scale project. Again, biodiversity planting, we've had projects going from 3,000 up to 20,000. Medium scale, you could include solar, bit of biodiversity planting, external insulation, internal insulation. That'd be 21 to 50. And we only have one project that is in the process of being finalised at the moment. And that project was 54,000. Now, they would have got solar, windows, doors, polytunnel, they would have got a shed and external insulation. So some of the project teams, these are actually the 5 teams that you can actually apply for. So you have community travel, community energy, travel, food and waste, shopping and recycling, local climate and environmental action. So the first one there is community energy. These projects aim to reduce the climate impact of buildings in communities by using less energy, utilising renewable energy and avoiding heat loss. So this can include small community renewable energy projects, retrofitting community buildings, LED community lighting, and community EV charging points. Theme 2 is travel, so projects which contribute to emissions reductions relating to travel. This can include reductions in carbon footprint in services, improving access to cycleways, cycle parking, EV charging points, and safer active travel routes to schools. Theme 3 is food waste, projects that reduce food waste, promote locally grown sourced food and food security. This can include developing community gardens, allotments to promote local food production, food pledges from local businesses, food markets, and community compost facilities. Theme 4, shopping and recycling. Projects of interest under this theme would increase the variety of and number of recycling facilities in the local community, and initiatives aimed at reusing, and recycling. This can include elimination of single-use plastics, community repair hubs, swap shops, water refilling stations or single-use plastics elimination in businesses in communities. And 5 is local climate and environmental action. We are interested in projects that take a holistic approach to managing the local environment. This can include mini forests, forest schools, dispersed orchard, community gardens, roof gardens, pollinator projects, and climate resilient projects. So the next steps to discuss potential ideas with your community group. Contact the Community Climate Action Officer to discuss your project. When the application window is open, all details will be added to Sligo County Council's Climate Action webpage and circulated through the PPN. So the application process, we've changed it now from expression of interest to actually we can, Padder or myself can send out the actual application form now. So the section 1 is the details of your group organisation. 2 is project details. 3 is state age questionnaire, and 4 is authorisation and statutory consent. 5 is the declaration. Supporting documentation, so organisation groups, governance arrangements, so it's terms of reference, the constitution, AGM minutes, charitable status number, tax reference number, PPN registration number, tax clearance access number. We need letters of support from partnerships, quotes. Now, there is a minimum of 3 quotes being requested by the department. You can go 2 with showing that you have gone for 3. They'll accept that if with an email or something like that going to a third contractor. Consents and permissions is confirmation of ownership or a 5-year lease, planning, regulatory permissions, rights of access, and de minimis self-declaration if the group's answered yes to state aid. So the projects will be evaluated against criteria listed and which support the programme objective. Projects should work to achieve reasonable emission reductions, energy efficiency, improvements, build capacity within local communities on climate action, and maximise community gain. So following evaluation, the local authority will try to ensure, insofar as practicable, that there is variety in projects under each of the funding teams to achieve the overall programme objectives. Selected projects will be put forward to the department for approval. So some of the funds that, some of the projects that would have received funding in 24-25, Cliffany Celtic, native hedging, and they have a nice, actually, a 3-bay composting area, which was, they got 10,430. Ballymote GA, LED lights, water refill station. Tubbacurry GA, water refill station and bike shelter. Eastern Harps, battery storage for their solar. And Sligo GA, water refill stations, waste bins and bike shelter for 15,000. So that's the end of the presentation. Again, my email address is there. Padder can send it out with the slides again and my phone number. So contact me. Just give you some the dates again. Padder can send out the Word document there for people to have a look at the application. We will be looking for online applications on and around the 28th of October. There'll be a link on the Sligo webpage, Sligo County Council webpage. Closing date for applications is going to be the 23rd of December. After that, we will be going through the evaluation process. It'll be going to the department and we'll be looking at letter of offers around the middle of March with a start date probably in April, and hopefully projects will finish then for the end of December in 27. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, John. And as John said, I will send out the slides and a video of this afterwards, and I will forward on the application form to people. Just to stress that it is through the online portal that you will be applying, the Sligo County Council online portal.